There's plenty of shows in Las Vegas tonight, but we've got the hottest ticket in town. So let's welcome the Ravens and the Raiders to the stage. Next on Monday Night Prime Time.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, the new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
Taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Ravens offense set to take over and led by a man still just in his fourth season in the NFL, the 2019 MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And 2020 was another excellent season for number 8. Wasn't able to repeat the numbers from his MVP campaign of 2019, but bigger than that, got his elusive first playoff win, and he and the team hope that bodes well for them as they try to move forward in 2021. Let's face it, the numbers were still pretty darn good. 27 touchdown passes, another 1,000 yards on the ground, and 7 scores rushing. This young man continues to be elusive and continues to improve.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run from the shotgun with Murray. Takes this to the 27, giving 4 yards. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to put it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raiders getting ready to go to work for the first time, and they're led by their quarterback in his 8th season now in silver and black, Derek Carr.
And the rumors were pretty strong. The teams asked about him in the offseason. But for once, got a pretty firm not available from the Raiders. Now in his 8th season as a Raider, still yet to appear in a playoff game. But last year, really solid numbers again. A 3rd straight 4,000-yard campaign, 27 touchdowns, just 9 interceptions, and the highest analytical rating of his career. Derek Carr is one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Now Carr. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him Charles come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Henry Ruggs is the intended receiver. Carl trying again on second down. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over it from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Murray. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Another run for Murray on second down. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give. This is Murray. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
In recent years, pass rush has been a problem for the Raiders. Just 21 sacks in 2020. That ranked 29th in the NFL. What they just did right there, a better example of what they're seeking.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. 1 yard. From midfield, here's Carr. He uncorks it for Snead. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Trying to go back to Watkins, and now it's 2nd down. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
Let's go,
and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
And a good catch there by Mark Andrews, and many think that paired with Lamar Jackson, they may be the best quarterback-tight end combo this side of Mahomes and Kelsey.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. Big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. 2nd and 10. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and it's 2nd down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. The handoff. It's Murray. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
We all love to have a home run here in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the option, it's Jackson. Oh, nice move. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 24 yards out as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Carr now to throw. Trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And Marquise Brown is definitely a guy who can take the top off of a defense and make the big catches downfield. Also known as Hollywood, now in his 3rd season from Oklahoma, wants to make more catches like the one we just saw there, the routine variety.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the delay, this is Murray. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jackson. And this is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Tucker's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. That catch good for only a couple. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Carr gonna throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Justin Matabike. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And it's fielded at the 34. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense back out there. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. 10th carry in the game now. Murray. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And he will have a Ravens first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Jackson on first down. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with just over a minute to go before halftime. And Jackson throwing once more. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
You're looking there, the defensive back was maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. He uncorks it for Snead. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, they headlined the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
Here's 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Snead's got it. Dances by him. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
The return is Duvernay. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Ravens. And as you can see, they've started the season with a focus on the running game, and it served them well in the opener so far. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football, and they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
On first down, Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and
To throw, it's Carr. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket.
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They go play action now. Jackson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Sends it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. Where will they spot him? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
And Hunter Renfro's giving them great production for a 5th-round pick. 56 catches last season, and we know he's famous for being 3rd in Renfro, but I think he's pretty good on 1st and 2nd down, too.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Malik Harrison on the tackle. Carr. And that is incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
Let's go. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own.
And now here come the Ravens. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep, and very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd down now. It's Murray. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Jackson now. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the 1st down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's Drake one more time on 2nd down. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas 1st down.
Nice sharp run there by Kenyon Drake, and he's awfully tough to get on the ground. And how about this Raiders backfield? Is certainly not lacking for punch, having signed Drake this year and already having Josh Jacobs in the backfield. Now Drake, he's never had a 1,000-yard season, but last year in Arizona was his best yet. 955 yards and 10 rushing touchdowns, plus he can catch it swinging out of the backfield.
Carr now on 1st down. And he'll find Moreau here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They find some open field here. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Kenyon Drake, 58 yards. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that one. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. Jackson's throw taken in by Watkins here. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Jackson to Watkins there for a Baltimore first.
And Sammy Watkins is in his 8th NFL season. Spent the last 3 in Kansas City and won a Super Bowl there. Really excited about the opportunity to bond with quarterback Lamar Jackson. Makes a nice catch there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Murray. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 4. Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. Powers through him. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
My partner's old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try and stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. To throw on 2nd and 6, Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Murray. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. And this will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. To throw is Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They run again with Murray. He's seen a ton of action tonight. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
So Carr and the Raiders now down 13-10, a little under 2.5 to go. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. On play action, it's Carr. Out to the left, that's where the tight end Moreau is. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And that'll be checked down to Drake. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Carr now on 1st down. Caught out right by Renfro. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs from 17 yards out. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you already see him scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Now it's the Ravens' turn. Trailing by 4. A minute 54 on the clock. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. Throwing. Jackson. He finds his man. Complete. It's Murray. That catch good for only a couple.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. As Ike went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
That catch good for 5. It's third down. Now Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Here's Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Carr. And this is incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up second down.
It's now second and 10.
Now Carr. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Carr to throw. It's complete to Drake. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's across for a touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Carlson now to add the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts them out in front here in the final minute of the contest. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return is Duvernay. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Las Vegas, they get their first victory in front of actual fans at Allegiant Stadium, including their owner. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.